All right, Shane says no more reels at the beginning of my video. He just wants to hear me talk. And there he is. You know, he's stretching out his hips while I'm over here working on my hook grip. At least that's what it appears. It's actually because Shane is one half of my hook grip coaching. Pete's the main part. And I will say that when I told Shane this today, like if I hadn't gotten a huge tutorial from him from the beginning, I would be just totally lost and gotten frustrated and not done this. But then Pete sent me a tutorial of him showing how to hook grip, and it really did help as well. A lot of the information was similar, so it was just double tapping on it. Last week I did 375, which was what I just did in the previous video, and it hurt. That's 402, and I felt nothing. Like it felt easy. Like I think it still slipped down my hand a little bit. I need to make sure I get it to where it's going to go so it doesn't do the rolling thing. We'll see what Pete says. And then this was, so basically I did that, the hook grip's on a deadlift bar, and then I loaded up all these plates and switched to mixed grip. I will say it was probably a mistake not to do some warm-ups with mixed grip because my rotation in my left hand wasn't there. And so it was kind of messing with my grip a little bit. So I got to my 6th rep, which I was supposed to pull and hold, and I really couldn't do it. So what I did was, well, one, I had to go to the bathroom. So I went to the bathroom, I came back, I pulled that rep, and then I held it for what I hope is 10 seconds. I was counting in my head. Counting your head's never very good. Well, it looks like 10 seconds. We'll count that. Just still working on that grip with the first set of deadlifts. This is fairly light. In fact, like, I think if I wasn't sick, because I've been sick for, I don't know, 3 days now, 4 days now, I would have probably been like, what the heck's going on here, coach? This is too easy of a day. I want some heavier weights. But being sick, 3 sets of 6 with 507 was fine. Not hard by any means. The reps felt good. I was able to move them with some speed, so that's cool. I mean, like, the problem is, like, and I feel like people have been screaming this at me for forever, and I was like, hey, we work grip separately, but, like, yeah, the gap between my strap deadlift and my non-strap deadlift is kind of ridiculous now, so, like, we got to fix that, because, yeah, with straps on, it feels amazing, and I still plan to do some strongman stuff where straps will be relevant. I'm going to try to, we'll see, but I am signed up for Illinois Strongest Man, which has a block pull that's like over 800 pounds for reps or something like that, and I've done that. I've done 805 or whatever it was, 815 for 4 from blocks with straps, and it was pretty easy. Did some back extensions. These are also super light. This is 295. I was doing 2 sets of 6. But what I did was I did it with no straps where I normally do straps, and I did it on my Rogue Ohio Power Bar, which is a very thick bar. And I'm grabbing like at least 50% on the smooth. So this is a really big finger strength exercise. Now, granted, like I still felt it in my glutes. So really good exercise. Sorry, you can hear my dog barking in the background. But yeah, I love back extensions. This has always been a fun accessory for me. Felt really good. But I really enjoyed doing it mostly as a grip exercise for today. And then I had Bulgarian split squats. I actually started off with just body weight on these. And then worked up to 30s, and then I got up to 50s, which is actually 50 pounds for 10 reps. Believe it or not, is a PR for me, just because I can't balance for the life of me on split squats. We've done a lot with like Hatfield split squats, which I've done in other videos that everybody's seen, where I put my hands on the racks to balance so that way I can get some serious weight, and I love those. But I think it is nice that we're building up on my Hatfield split squats, on my regular dumbbell split squats. So it would be good to be able to push some heavy weight with these. I feel them in my quads more than my glutes. It might be how I'm doing them. But I think partially that's just being able to build that balance up. But yeah, I was happy with this last set. This is 50 pounds. Able to get some fairly decent reps out of these. So yeah, that felt really good. Larry did these with me too. He had a similar problem. Like we both probably could go heavier, but the balance was the bigger thing. So felt good to be able to move that kind of weight. And it's not much. But I did these with no straps too. So just getting a lot of, overall time under tension in my hands and my fingers. You can see my forearms, they have plenty of muscle. So just taking advantage of that. Actually just building up toughness in my hands. Like my hands just need to leather up. Today during my set that I did with no straps, one of my biggest things, you could probably see I was releasing the bar at the bottom and then re-gripping it. It wasn't because the grip was super hard. I was actually kind of just worried about ripping a callus, which I didn't. This is a side quest that I've been on for a while. I always do ab wheels. These were not programmed for today, but I'm really working on doing a standing ab wheel. And we had a little contest to see who could do it the best, and I won.